What's up, everybody? We haven't been doing many chess videos for a while, and there is a reason for that, but I'm not going to get into it because this video is probably going to be pretty long already. So we're going to mostly just try and jump straight into this. Also, I hope my mic quality is okay. We're not doing the usual setup. We're doing something a little bit different, so the quality of the mic might not be quite as good, quite as amazing as it normally is, but we'll deal with it. So we're doing Puzzle Streak. We're gonna flex our chest muscles a little bit. Um, try and try and get more into the swing of things, improve as a chess player, etc. And the approach I take with these puzzles, this might take a little bit of explaining, but this is just for people who haven't really done many chess puzzles before, in case that kind of person watches this video. Um, Basically, the approach I always take is to look for forcing moves, and what I mean by forcing moves is something that is that the opponent has to respond in a predictable way, right? Um, and that's usually check, right? So you're trying to put them in check, pretty much, is like the really simple version of that. But the reason is because most of these puzzles are a sequence of moves, right? So you need to sort of calculate what are they likely to do in this scenario. And that's really easy when it's a forcing move. Um, and most of the time that'll be the answer in these things. Unless it's like a really, really advanced puzzle where you're just supposed to like weigh up a position and it's kind of like up in the air which moves would be best. But in most puzzles, like every puzzle you're gonna see at like any kind of rating that isn't like 2500 or whatever, um, that might be exaggerating a bit, but most puzzles are gonna be like gonna consist of either forcing moves or moves that are like really obvious because they're gonna lead to a promotion or something like that. And we'll see that as I'm playing. Okay, so the first puzzle, we're gonna follow that heuristic. That is a forcing move, and how do they respond? They can't because it's checkmate. Usually the first puzzles are pretty easy, so that'll help illustrate my point. So this is a forcing move. They are forced to go here, then we go here, then they move the pawn there. And then what do we do? Oof. Oh, then we take. Then we take this rook, right? So yeah, when you're doing puzzles, you want to try and think through the entire sequence rather than just going like, oh, this is one move that I know is right. Sometimes I do that when I'm really struggling to think of the sequence, but it's better to have the whole sequence in your head first because kind of the point of doing puzzles is to kind of like improve your calculation technique and stuff, being able to like visualize and like carry through sequences of moves. Um, okay, so once again, we look at the forcing move method. There is actually only one forcing move, and it is the correct move. This is a forcing move because this king is in check, so they have to either take with the king or move the king or take with the knight. And it doesn't matter which of them they do because we get a queen. Okay. So once again, we look for the forcing moves. This is a forcing move and it leads to checkmate. Once again, look for forcing moves. This is a forcing move and it leads to checkmate. This time the checkmate is we go here, then they take, then we take, and it's checkmate. Once again, trying to keep these quick because the early ones are pretty easy, but I will spend more time on the later ones probably. So this is a forcing move, but what does it accomplish? Yeah, I don't think that's it actually. Maybe it is. Maybe it's check and then we take this, right? And then we can escape pretty easily and we're not really under threat. I think that's it because I don't see anything else that's like amazing. Um, and yeah, that's like the only forcing move. So we're gonna go with that. Yeah, okay. They don't always checkmate. Sometimes it's just winning material. And sometimes it's just promoting a pawn, which is pretty much winning material because you're like, translating a 1 to a 9 or whatever, if you want to think of it in the mathematical terms, although obviously those are just abstractions of a piece's value, and you shouldn't take them as literal because they're all dynamic. Anyway, that's just saying stuff that people already know. But if someone doesn't know that, yeah. Okay, right. So we have two forcing moves. This, which doesn't seem that good because they can just take, and then what do we do? This, which also doesn't seem good because they can just take. So what is the answer? I think I know the answer. This is going to be one of those promotions like endgame type scenarios. So I think we take this, and then whatever they do here, whether they take that or take that, we just push this pawn. Um, and then if they push this pawn, hold on, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, so we'd have to move this way to stop it. I'm guessing that's it because I can't see anything else. Um, okay. Yeah, so sometimes you need to know your end games for these as well. That's when the forcing move, what would you call it? Heuristic doesn't work. Okay, so here, what are forcing moves? This. Is there any value to that? Well, obviously they take back with this. And then what do we do? That? But then what does that do? It gets us this. But and then we can maybe win this too, but maybe not. I'm not seeing any other good moves though. Right, what about... Oh, I see. Yeah, we take this, and then they take, and then we move our rook here, and that wins this. So yeah, they are getting a little bit trickier. Um, the forcing move thing, does it work here? No, it doesn't, but this is a very good move. Take this, and then, actually no, because they can take with this, right? And then what do we do? Oh, I see. Yeah, this rook is just hanging, right? So, oh no, I see. Yeah, it's this queen. Yeah, so I was on the right track the first time. We take this, they take, 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 take. We end up winning in the exchange because that queen was on that diagonal, so we couldn't just take the rook. Okay, well this is pretty straightforward, right? Take, rook there, check, take, check. Alright. This is looking like another one of those pawn promotion cases. I think that's the answer. Right? No! No! I'm an idiot. Yeah. So what I was supposed to do there is rook goes there and then sorry, if the rook goes there now, after I move the pawn forward, then I can just move this rook here. But I was worried that they would take this because they put me in check and then take this, but obviously that was no longer the case. So yeah, I screwed that one up. That's it.